deja vu. This ain't feeling right, cause it's feeling like deja vu. Feeling like, it's feeling like deja vu. Know what to do, should I let go of you? Deja vu. Don't wanna repeat of your love. I've had enough. Don't wanna repeat. You better prove to me tonight. Cause it's feeling like deja vu. Feeling like, it's feeling like deja vu. This ain't feeling right, cause it's feeling like deja vu.
Hello, this is the Queen of the Bronx, Apollonia Cruz, and welcome to LDM Network. Out in the open, woohoo! Woo! And sitting next to our official co-host, Frankie all day.
All day, everybody. How you doing?
Frankie, guess who made the grand return? Let's give it up for Miss Kelly Kaboom!
Is this who this is? Yes, Miss Kelly Kaboom.
Jesus, take the wheel!
We are very excited to have you back, Kelly.
Yes, Mama, welcome.
Thank you.
No,
back.
absolutely. You know, you're out there doing your thing. You're busy. And I know that you're co-hosting a night, which I tried to talk about a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
When I was kind of like, telling everyone out there, it's really difficult, in some neighborhoods.
Yes.
I was talking about the Bronx to live here. Or maybe other neighborhoods outside of New York City, that are like more urban, I guess I want to say, like not gentrified totally. It's hard to find a space for the LGBT community to go and like have a drink on an evening or a Sunday night or something. So I'm very excited that, we have a new space, Identity, which you were hosting a beautiful show every Friday.
Yes.
But I just learned that it's LGBT 7 days a week.
Yes,
I thought
it
it was
is.
just Friday. I thought it was just Friday.
No. It's every day. It's every day. Every day there's something different.
I don't want to interrupt, but somebody's saying they cannot hear us. Can you hear us?
Oh, did we?
Let us know if you could hear us because people are writing, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Put your volume up. Okay.
Can you hear us
continue,
now?
guys.
Okay, just to summarize, Kelly Kaboom was back. Thank you for being here with us, returning.
No problem.
And thank you for having
Officially.
and thank
Or
you-
else.
Thank you both for having me on your show. But I was talking about, you co-host a night in the Bronx on Fridays at a new bar. It's about 6 months old.
Yes, about
It's
6
called
months.
Identity. It's out in Yonkers on 233rd, 119
Yes,
East
yes.
233rd Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Identity, very cute bar. I've been there. We'll talk about it. But you've been busy with that, so it's been challenging the second season, to come back and
Yes.
do this. But we're glad, obviously, to have you. But I wanted to talk about, it's difficult and challenging, for us in the more non-gentrified communities to have an LGBT space. And even in the Bronx, I find it hard on a Sunday. Maybe I want to go in my neighborhood, have a drink, but I have to go all the way downtown. But I'm very excited that this place is now happening in the Bronx. So can you tell us more about Identity and what you do on Fridays there?
Sure. Hey, I'm back.
She's back.
And that's her birthday today.
It is. The
Go,
best day
shorty.
to do a grand return.
27 years old.
Woo!
I wish. But no, yes, Identity is about it's about 5 to 6 months old as of right now. And like you said, it is hard to find a space where we can go to and enjoy ourselves, laughs, kiki, and everything like you normally do at a regular bar. It is hard to find a space like that instead of just going to the city. So now we have a bar in the Bronx that a lot of people don't really know of because
Quick thing. So we
Go
have
for it.
another one because I know in my time here, I'm not from New York originally. There have been a lot of bars that come through and didn't survive. So this is another one. But go ahead.
Yeah. You're right. Because before we had, well, I can't remember all of them, but we had some of them because I was there too.
No,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
But they only last for a couple of months, and then
Yeah.
then the heterosexual owners don't wanna spend money in advertisements or getting the online flyers done. Been there, done that many years ago.
Right.
Not only that, I say that that's a part of it, but it's us as the LGBT community and people in the neighborhoods. We have to support these spaces.
I mean, I'll pack
We
a
can't-
I'll
we
pack a
can't-
bitch down.
we
Don't get
can't
me
lay-
wrong.
lay-
Hello.
We can't lay in the lap of the performers. We can't lay in the lap of the owners. It's us. It's important for the community to come out and support these spaces.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't run on
Yeah,
peanuts.
but
It's money.
the heterosexual owners must support us because if they're charging at the door, they're charging for the drinks. we're providing a show. Yes, we're getting paid, but they need to come 50-50 when it comes to do online flyers because we don't give out paper
I
flyers
agree
no
with
more.
that, but you know what the thing is,
And that's a
you know, if
I'm
you,
producer
if, you know,
as myself.
and I agree with you, but we're talking about the Bronx. We're not in like the.
No, I am talking about. I am talking about the
No,
Bronx.
I know you are, but my point is, we're talking about the Bronx.
Yes.
It's not we're in Manhattan somewhere.
No.
And so the thing is, if the people aren't coming and spending $1, then the establishment can't really give out what you may be worth, and you are worth that.
Yes.
So it still comes down to the community coming out and spending $1, so that our people, our drag queens, our bartenders,
Yes.
whatever, can survive and move forward.
Yeah, but
You know?
my thing is this: if a heterosexual bar owner wants to do a gay night, that means that he needs to meet us halfway because it's not our establishment, it's his. Because we'll pack it up, and once it's packed and he doesn't want to pay us our respected pay, he'll kick us to the curb and hire someone else. But guess what?
That's
wait,
true.
let me finish my thought, please. That happened to me years ago, over 10 years ago. And what did I do? I hosted the show like every weekend. And then I said, this is my last day here. And the owner was like this. Then the DJ said, Apollonia, you leaving? I'm leaving. We all quit at the same time.
But I
Wow.
agree. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but this is still the Bronx, and it's the community of the Bronx supporting the spaces. It's not these really historically well-known.
No, but that's
places
happening in
that are
all.
packing them
That's
in.
happening in all
And
the
this is
bar
a-
roads
this
in
is-
New York
This
City.
is a new bar. It's not packing it in like the Ninth
Oh, of
Avenue
course, of
places.
course.
So we have to come out and support. Otherwise, it's not going to survive.
Well,
It's on
how
its
many
own.
gay
let me
bars
just-
are in
But I
Brooklyn?
wanna
let me
go
just
back to
correct you
Kelly.
real
Oh,
quick.
look at her! Look
Let
at
me
this
just correct
thing.
you real quick.
Look at the
So,
newbie. Look at the
we
newbie over
used
here,
to be
Miss Frankie, all
packed.
day.
But because of the pandemic, which I'm pretty sure all bars have suffered because of
Of
the
course,
pandemic.
yes.
Because of the pandemic, and now that we're asking for vaccination.
Oh, yes.
Besides asking for vaccination, we have a $5 cover now.
Yes.
Because we was packed. But now because of the whole thing, we're asking for the vaccination cards and making sure that everybody's of age. Like now it's been a little tough,
Yes.
but it's been tough because now everybody, like the pandemic is lifting a little bit, and then now everything is opening.
Yes.
So now it's like now we have a competition. Now we're competing with Harlem. Now we're competing with Manhattan. Now we're competing with, I'm not going to say, you know what, Staten Island. If there's a bar out there in Staten Island.
There are few.
And then we're competing with Queens as well. So we're competing with almost all the boroughs. But the only thing is that people don't know that identity exists in the Bronx.
Here, identity
But
exists.
the clientele from
exists in the
Queens is very
Bronx.
different from the Bronx. Just to make that perfectly clear.
Yeah, Queens. I know
It's-
Queens
it's
is
very
different from the
It's
Bronx.
very
That's a
different
different
right
type
now.
of.
Very.
I don't want
you
to say
know.
tribe or
No,
vibe,
no,
but
no.
that's
But
a
I'm just saying. I'm
that's
just
so
saying
different.
because I was all over Queens at one time.
Yeah.
I was hosting for like 5 nights a week, but then.
But can I ask
completely
this though?
changed.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, like the night you host, you bring them out, bring them out.
Yeah.
But there's 7 days a week.
It is 7
And
days
as
a week.
beautiful as Friday may be, all the other 6 days, and it's amazing as Friday to sustain that establishment. You may be doing very well on Friday, and kudos to you and amazing.
Thank you.
No, I'm so excited, and I think you're just beautiful. Look how beautiful. I wanted you to do like a twirl, but they can't see like this.
They won't see half
tall
my body.
drink
No,
of
no, you'll see
chocolate
from
milk.
here to here.
But no.
Like,
but like you really are. Like you're an amazing performer.
Thank
you're
you.
a beautiful soul. And you do your aesthetic like
That's
on
why she's
point.
part of my
I'm
team.
only
like
that
this.
because
That's
this is
exactly
where I
why
came
she's part of my
from.
team.
So Friday may be amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but can Friday sustain a whole week? So again, not to take away from what you're doing Friday, but I just want to not get lost in what we're saying. You have to come out and support. I don't care about Queens in 1985 and what
Down.
people were doing then. This is 2022 almost. This is
Exactly.
the Bronx. There are a million places people can go and watch programming. Like we're fighting to,
Down.
to be on as a streaming channel. But Identity 119 East 233rd, 7 days a week, gay, LGBT, you're safe, you're fun, a fun place. But I just want to hear more, your experience
But if
with
we talk
Identity.
more about it, they're gonna have to pay us because the producer doesn't like us plugging places that
But
don't
I think that's
support
not
us.
fair. It's the Bronx. I think that's crap. Talk
Right,
about
producer?
Identity. Talk about Identity. Go ahead. Talk about it.
Well, I'm just going to
Talk
make it
about
real brief
We're the
because
Bronx, right? We're in the
I'm gonna
Bronx.
make it brief
I'm
because
sitting in the
the fact
Bronx.
I came back.
ahead.
I'm back, right? So I'm just making it brief. So from Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday is a normal night. We used to have drag queens every day.
Normal mean?
Normal meanings you could just go to the bar and just have
cocktails.
a cocktail and have a great time.
But it's still LGBT.
It's always going to be
Oh, it's
LGBT.
100%
It's
all week?
It's for LGBT 100%
that's good
throughout
to
the whole
know.
week.
That's what I've been
So
saying.
anybody that wants to go, as long as you're 18 and older,
All right.
well, let me say 21 and older.
21 and older.
You're always welcome to come, have a good cocktail. They're really strong. They're good. Have a great time. Wednesdays is karaoke night. Well, why you laughing? Because at cocktail, right?
Exactly. Well, it's like when I
Let me
hear-
just
when
say
I
drink
hear,
then, okay?
When I hear your anus in science class, I laugh. when I hear LGBT and clubs and they say cocktail, I laugh. I don't know
Oh
why.
my God! So I'm just gonna
Cocktails.
say drink.
Yummy.
I'm just
Well,
gonna say
I
drink.
think libation is also funny. Libation. Libation.
Lib-
the lobbyists.
So-
The lobbyists, yes.
Wednesday night is karaoke night.
Wait,
Thursday,
what day is karaoke?
Wednesday. Wednesday nights are karaoke because I used to go there and do karaoke myself.
Oh, that's good to know.
Thursday nights now is titty night, which is basically for lesbians, and Friday
Oh,
nights.
that's my night. I'm feeling kind of lesbianism.
Friday nights are my night. We call it Lit Fridays, and we always, everybody gets lit. We have a great time. Friday and Saturday nights is called Sexy Saturdays, and that's with Misty Meaner. No, Misty Mountain. Sorry.
Oops.
Don't kill me.
Okay, I was about to say.
Hey, they're both Misty. All right. But you can always have a great time there. You really can. So just make sure you come out, support Identity. It's your local Bronx gay bar.
And you're next to the
that's-
train.
No, you're not next to the train.
Oh, you're
Okay,
not.
next to the bus, but
Yeah, you're right next to the bus. The bus
The
stop is
bus,
right across the
yeah,
street.
to the train.
Down.
I'm not
But
doing
make
no
sure you're
Rosa
there
Parks
and
in
you
the
just
bus to
have
go
a
to a
good
gay
time.
club.
See me on Fridays.
Well, look, if I have to go in on Queens or freaking 9th Avenue, I can travel to the Bronx to support. So let's keep it like real like that.
We could share Uber ride, right? Share it.
Anyhow, moving on. Thank you for being
Look at
back
this Frankie.
here.
It's getting
Anytime.
kind of shady today.
know you've been
I'm gonna have to
busy.
take out my nails and my teeth.
Well,
and,
I'm trying to hear
and
from
grind
Kelly
her.
Kaboom. She hasn't been here in 3 weeks. I want to hear from her. We've been talking our
Identity
behinds off.
and work and everything else. That's all it's been. And then me losing my best friend. So that's
Sorry
all.
about that. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm good so far. But I'm here to stay. I ain't going nowhere. We have more show. We have.
So what's on your topic, Miss
What-
Yes.
What's on my topic?
Cruz?
Okay, I need to change this.
What
this
is on the
subject.
topic?
Okay, look, I want to talk about this because it's been on social media for a while. When people put on their social media pages, like for me, I'll put tops, no femmes, and no heavy set, and people get offended by that. What are
Social
your thoughts
media,
about
or
that?
you mean like Grindr?
No, on your social pages,
Yeah.
like for example, I still got Adam for Adam, even though I don't pick up. I just look at the pictures.
Who?
Okay.
Ada what?
Yeah, I'm old school. Y'all know Adam for Adam, right? But I have friends that are on Grindr.
Legendary.
They got profiles on Grindr galore.
Wait, Adam for Adam, you send mail in the postal mail. You don't even have a social media, right? Like you you write a letter?
They write to you in private and
No,
you
I'm
answer
teasing.
it. And I know you are because I saw your page there. So I saw many people of our community
Not
have Adam
she
for
saw his
Adam.
page.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And she hollered at me
and
too.
I love your chulo
She give me
underwear. So I
auntie
just
eyes.
want to add
Give me
that.
auntie eyes. Give me auntie eyes. Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if you have a social media page, a pickup page, let's be real, and you put what you're looking for, because if you don't, you're gonna have all these people wasting their time and wasting yours.
Yeah.
I put masculine, no femmes, and not heavy set, but I don't mind a little pot belly. I don't mind.
There's nothing wrong with pop belly.
It's not-
okay?
and I'm
There's
a
nothing wrong with a
butt
pop belly.
bitch.
That's
I lo-
sexy.
I
It
love
kind of
No.
gives off
But
almost
you
like
get
a muscular
offended
in a
when
little
you
bit.
do
Even a
that.
beer
So
belly.
what are your thoughts
A
about
beer belly's
that?
cute too. All right, the producer is waving the baton at us.
You guys never answer my.
We'll revisit this maybe one,
There's
later in the
nothing wrong with a
show.
pot belly. It gives
There's
off
nothing wrong with a
muscular
pot belly.
tease.
Okay.
And also, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a preference. We're a lot of preferences. So
Exactly.
you out there
Down.
taking personal offense because someone has a standard of preference, that is your
Because
problem.
we all
It's
have
in
our
your
own-
pocket.
yes.
Get off your soapbox because we ain't co-signing to
We
it.
all have our own preferences because my heavy set friends, I asked them, would you mess around with another heavy set person? They go, Apollonia, are you crazy? So I'm like, now you know why we all have our own preferences, respectfully.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we're gonna go on a little break right now.
This was crazy.
This was crazy.
Kaboom, you bought the
Miss
boom,
Frankie
baby,
O'Day,
the boom.
she's taking out her nails. Hold on, I need to bring my
The
nail sharpener. Espérate, que ahora mismo voy a traer las uñas. Coming up next is our special guest, Jessie Vaga. See you right back.
Do we have time for a pee break or no? I got like 30 seconds.
You still online.
She's so fake.
She's such a slut. You can see the layers on her face.
Look at her chicken legs.
Oh my god. How short is that skirt?
I can't believe she'd even put that on.
Is that her dress? It's not even on her hardly.
It's not even covering her up.
It's actually disgusting. Oh my god. How can she do her hair like that?
I don't even know how this girl has
I
friends.
saw her talking to Holden the other day. Who does she think she is?
I bet she slept with the whole football team. She's not even pretty. She's gained so much weight. She looks like a cow.
Such a good idea. Watch this.
You're good. Oh my god, that's so funny. You gotta post that. I got an idea past this.
Oh my god.
As mighty armies clash in a struggle for total domination, the scales can be tipped by one man who has the courage to confront his fate and make a choice that will decide the fate of the world.
Guys put a lot of smoke in today. Wow. But anyway, we expecting a real superhero? I don't think so. The real life superheroes are the ones that are helping out in their community today. And the LDM show will be there to bring you the events and stories to life. Do you know a real superhero? Let us know. But for now, follow us on Instagram and Twitter and like us on Facebook. Also visit our websites for photos, videos, and updates. But until the meantime, hey, I gotta be out of here.
Welcome back to LDM Network Out in the Open. We have here our special guest, Miss Jessie Vaga. Welcome to the show, darling.
Thank you for having me, Apple. I love you guys.
Finally, we're gonna get to I'm gonna get into interview you, Frankie O'Day, that you also interview him on your show.
Yes, the tables have turned.
The tables have turned.
That's an amazing show for the Vega 401.
Yes,
like,
yes.
You were a great interviewer, so thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Know, I really love my
I
time
love
with
you guys. I love you all
Love you
for
too,
having
boo.
me. I really appreciate this.
So thank you for being here because you're very busy, and when we say busy, like have been bi-coastal lately.
Yes.
Traveling a lot to Las Vegas.
Yes,
and
Las Vegas and Los Angeles.
And Los Angeles, right?
Yes.
So one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is about the recent, win with the show Clash of the Bands.
Yes, Clash of the Cover
Congratulations.
Bands. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. It has been a whirlwind, and really excited that the show, was received very well, and the fact that someone from like the Bronx, LGBT, to really do something to pay tribute to somebody that I love, Jennifer Lopez, and you guys already know how much she means to me.
Turn it.
To do
She's
it
your
on
god.
live, she is. To do
Madonna
it on
was
live,
mine back then.
we love Madonna. I love it. And to do it on live TV in front of like amazing like judges like Adam Lambert, Megan Trainor, and Esther Dean,
Yes.
it was very nerve-wracking, but it came full circle. So I want to say thank
And
you.
so you did this show.
Megan Trainor and Adam I can't say
Yes.
the last name, but
Megan Trainor,
They're the
Adam
guests.
Lambert.
They're the
Okay.
judges there, darling.
turn it.
Yes, yes.
As you you love revere Jennifer Lopez. We know this, So one of the reasons you were on the show is because you were the choreographer,
Yes.
and director, basically for a J-Lo impersonator.
What's her name again?
Connie Pena.
Pacheco.
No, Connie Pena.
How about say
Okay, then you Connie
How about say
Pacheco.
Carmen?
That's not Connie Pacheco.
Yeah,
Connie Pacheco is from Discoveries of Us.
Yes.
Shade. Uy,
Connie
shade.
Pena.
Shady
Oh,
bitch.
No, I saw, forgive me.
We
I
love
had
you,
to be-
Connie.
Yes, Connie Pena.
Connie
and
Pena's, pardon me.
an impersonator in Las Vegas who
I'll
does
say funny.
Who does Jennifer Lopez. Yes, yeah.
And her two dancers, Daryl and Jaden.
Daryl and Jaden, yes.
And you choreographed all three of them.
Yeah, I actually choreographed all three, gave them all the signature choreography from everything that I know in terms of Jennifer Lopez, and it was fun. It was a lot of work. I mean, there was a lot of like mishaps here and there, but you know that's showbiz, right? What can
So
you do?
how does
That happens. That happens.
You know,
how does an artist from the Bronx, you know, who like obviously loves J-Lo, catch the eye of like and Connie Pena is like successful in her own right, you know what I mean?
Yes.
How do you catch her eye? How
That's
does
not
that
the first
happen?
time he works with her, though. He's done.
I didn't say that. I just said how
No.
do you catch her eye. I just said how
Oh,
you
they're
catch
little
her
Miss
eye.
snippets
Frankie
and eyes.
is. I'm gonna have to eat a bitch right here.
Frankie.
She's
Mother.
taking out her
This is
nails.
mother.
Don't she know who
Don't
the
do that to
fuck
me.
I am?
No, I didn't
Respect.
say that. I just
No,
had
do
you.
that
I don't
to
want to
my
take out
mother.
my
How do you
claws
catch her
on Miss
eye?
Frankie all day this season.
No, actually, so the way
She's here because of me. Let's make it clear.
the way she caught, I caught her eye was actually it was like a TikTok. I don't know if anybody know. It was like a Super Bowl.
That's
Back in
crazy.
February.
TikTok is getting a lot of people
It's
famous.
getting a lot.
I don't have an account yet.
No,
I
make
do.
one.
I
I
don't
know how to
use
do
it.
it. Help me.
Frankie, we need
He
to help
doesn't
her
know.
out.
I don't do TikTok. I'm like, I don't want
You
to
do TikTok?
Yes, I do. But not take
TikTok.
from your time. Continue
No. But
about
actually,
Connie,
she
yeah.
actually was. I was actually on TikTok and I did a Super Bowl
I remember.
viral video that was from the Super Bowl challenge, and she contacted me. I think it was like 1 a.m, and she said, "I need help. Would you be able to, help me out?" And I didn't know this girl a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, everybody does like Jennifer Lopez, like covers, the drag queens.
She
the
did her
LGBTQ.
research. She researched her ass.
She did, and she said, "Would you help me?" And I said, "Here are my rates."
No, you should. Look, he
Down.
gave me rates. He gave me rates.
No.
But go ahead, give
I
her
did.
rates. Yeah, you did.
I'm still waiting on my
Worthy.
compensation.
Why you doing?
No, but actually, she contacted me and I said, yeah, I'll do it. I was a little bit hesitant because I don't really travel outside of New York City. You know how that goes.
Understandable.
And from there, we worked. I told her everything that she had to do with Jennifer Lopez. And from there, we worked multiple times, like Apple said. And it came full circle to do something like Clash of the Cover Bands.
I'm really not surprised that she picked you up. I'm not surprised that she won. Because following your career over many years.
Was you surprised? Did you think someone else was gonna win?
No,
When watching the show?
No, I didn't. We also watched. We know that Connie like does J-Lo down. Like
House
you
down.
have to squint hard.
Yeah.
Like to know that she's not J-Lo.
Right.
She is
Her
so
body,
beautiful.
body.
And then so just sorry, I lost my thought. But just like how you much you love J-Lo and like. She's smart as a businesswoman. She saw you.
She is
do
a
what you
very
did,
smart
And
businesswoman.
how was she to work with, though?
She was very fun. I mean, there was times where she was literally hesitant to like, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna be able to do it because she knew she had to make me proud. I mean, I'm not only just a choreographer, I'm mostly a fan. So it's like anybody who's paying tribute to somebody. I'm thinking about the community. I'm thinking about the LGBT and also the fans because you know how we are. We're very quick to judge and criticize. If we don't see it paying justice, we're quick to read boots. So I felt like, I put a lot of pressure on her. Like, you gotta do this, you gotta put your best foot forward. And there were times where she almost wanted to give up and she didn't want to do the show because she wanted to pay it justice. And I said, you just gotta work hard, but do this for yourself, do this for your family, and do it for the fans out there because, you have to make them proud.
Well, that's amazing, and congratulations on all of that success with that. But now, we love you, Connie Pena. But about Jessie Vaga,
Love you
your
down.
minutes, let's talk about you. Right now, you have a
Yes.
song topping the charts at LDM Network.
Shocking, I'm so nervous.
And it's not the first one. It's like your third or fourth one, right?
It's my third time actually doing the LDM radio. When they say if the first time you don't succeed, you try again. So this
Come
is
on, Aaliyah.
I'm trying
No,
that.
but you've been succeeding. Like right now, it's at number two, right?
So this week it's number 5, but it's been
Okay.
number 1 for 4 weeks, and people are really voting, and I'm really like honestly admiring that.
So
everybody
how does
loves
that make
me.
you feel like deep down? Like how does that make you feel that, you're on the LDM network, your music is being played over constantly. So how do you feel really as an artist, how do you feel?
It's actually like an emotional setback because it's like it took me some time for people to like kind of believe that I can do music. And people who know me for a long time, you know, they see me tackle on a lot of different things, but for people to really admire and appreciate and really vote, it really means a lot because, you know, we're always getting judged, we're always getting criticized.
Yeah.
And the fact that people are finally like seeing that where I don't really have to prove anything to anybody to be like, oh, look, dude, you know, watch. I'm learning now as 2020 and 2021 is here and moving on to 2022. I'm just like, you know what? I don't have nothing to prove and, you know, God will bless me.
Listen, let
I
the
know
people
that's
know
right.
how you came into my life.
So Apple, I want to say I love Apollonia Cruz because I met Apollonia Cruz at Montefiore Pride Health Fair, and I also met you, Frankie.
You did.
And when I first met Frankie, I was like, oh, he's so cute.
Am I still cute?
You're
I mean,
always
it's
still
long
cute.
time.
I thought he was adorable.
Lesbianism
He's
up in
so
here.
cute. I love Frankie. But when I met Apple, it was in Montefiore Hospital. And I performed, and she came up to me, and she was like, bitch, you tore the house down with that performance. Let me hook you up with more gigs. What are you doing next month? I'm doing St. Mary's. And I had no clue who Apollonia Cruz was. And when she hooked me up,
That's
to this
pretty
day, I
common.
still thank. Wait, what?
That's pretty common.
Oh, hello. When I.
Somebody's testing my nerves today. Let me get it there.
She gave the camera a side eye when this is over. No, when she came to me, I was like, you know, because I was really shocked, you know, and
Because you saw what I was giving to the community, the platform that I was giving you as an artist.
Yes, because I didn't know other venues, other outlets in terms of the LGBT community to show my talent. And because of Apple, because I'm very like shy, nervous, especially when the LGBT community is drag queens per se, that I get very like
What you
scared.
about to say?
Scared to approach them and like without them trying to read me or whatever. So the fact that she came to me is like, you know, I want to put you on more stuff. It was really lovely that she was the one who put me on to be able to put me on more
The
stuff.
same thing I did for Frankie O'Day, the same
No,
thing I did for
absolutely.
Miss Kenny
And we're
Kaboom.
grateful.
Absolutely.
And now she's one of my official MCs for all my events, darling.
Welcome
Yes,
back, Kelly.
bitch.
You know what
Thank
what
you,
you were
thank
talking
you.
about earlier about people like not believing in you, and I wanted just to speak more on that. So I know on your first album, Microphone, probably the first song that you came out with was called. Are we going to break, producer? Okay. One of the first songs you had was "I'm Gonna Show You,"
Yeah.
and I saw you perform it first. I think we all did it at Bad for our thank you
Yes!
party, and it was so fly. And some of the words you put in there was, as I look into the mirror glass, I see my reflection in the past, not being who I want to be, being who you want and want to see. And what does
Oh
that
my
mean?
God, that's
Yeah.
what's like that's
So
really
what does that
empowering.
mean?
That was
Like,
deep.
Speaking of that, that's what
It
you
just
say.
means that not just letting people to believe in, like, seeing what they think they see as me, and I can prove that I can do other things. That's actually what it means.
And you are like you
Thank
will.
you.
You know, you really are trailblazing for yourself and for the younger people underneath you. But thank you for that. I think we're going to commercial
Thank
break.
you.
Yes, we're going
And
to
we'll be
commercial,
back.
but
We'll
when
be
we come
back.
back, we got
Thank
more
you,
with
Jessie
Jessie.
Vega.
Hey everybody, I'm Lil D.
I am Javier Luis.
I'm Alex Polanco.
I'm Apollonia Cruz.
And I'm Kelly Kaboom.
I am Shirley Phillips. I am Emmanuel Anzule. Do you know 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence
During their lifetime,
And domestic violence and abuse can happen to anyone.
regardless of gender, race, or other factors?
2 out of 3 homicide cases are
Females who were killed by a family member or intimate partner.
as domestic violence victims. They face high rates of depression,
Sleep disturbances,
Anxiety.
flashbacks, and other emotional distresses.
And without help, witnesses of domestic violence are more vulnerable to become abusers themselves.
Thus continuing the cycle of violence in the next generation.
Hello, I'm Charles Aloma. Join the LDM network in a safe horizon and take a step into changing these facts. So if you are or know someone that is being abused, please call the City Domestic Hotline at 1-800-621-4673. So that is 1-800-621-HOPE.
speak up.
Speak out.
And make a difference.
And just know that you don't have to deal with this alone. There is help.
Oh, okay. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you grabbed a snack. But we are back right now. We're back with my good Judy Apollonia, my good friend Frankie and our special guest, Jessie. Everybody make some noise. Make some noise for Jessie. So before we so if Frankie could just ask that question one more time so we can get the full experience of that.
No, I
answer.
definitely can. So before we took a break, we were sharing previously that people didn't really believe in you or think you could do music, right? And we've seen the accomplishments you've made, the strides you've made, the sacrifices you've made. Like you really put yourself out there. So on your first album, Microphone, on one of the first cuts was
Love the title.
Thank you so
was
much.
Gonna Show You, and it was performed at BAD. Don't thank you for Apollonia, and it was so incredible. It was like watching Chicago, and it was just like this little Jessie Vaga. And like I said, some of the lyrics were, as I look into the mirror glass, I see my reflection in the past, not being who I want to be, being who you want to see. And where did that song, what did you draw from? What inspired that?
Right, I was just about to ask.
It's so crazy because like 2 days ago, I was actually thinking about these
really
lyrics.
Deep. Saying looking in the mirror, that's like your own reflection, and you're just seeing yourself as that. So, what did you mean by all that?
Well, first of all, I can't take all the credit because I actually co-written the song. It was actually written by Rufus Chisholm. So when he actually presented it to me, shout out to Rufus Chisholm, I read it and I was like, wow, this is really deep, like you said. Yes. And interpretation of it is just basically saying, what I used to be then is not what I am now. So what you used to perceive of me for further on is not what I am. So you have to either accept it or not.
And who would that be? Who was seeing you? Who wasn't?
I think it's mostly like the people who know of me, like family or certain friends of mine, where they got so used to what they know who Jessie Vaga is in terms of all my career attributes that they were not kind of ready to like kind of see like, okay, he's doing this new thing. What is this about? And it's very hard to like change people's perception of who they think you are, and for them to believe it. It's like when you say somebody, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And they're like, I don't know, girl. I'm not too sure. I have to believe it to see it. You have to see it to believe it.
Believe it or prove them wrong.
Prove them wrong.
Okay.
So it took me a while, and that was really a struggle. And because of that, it took me some time. And it was all about the confidence and just putting that to the side and fuck everybody else. Sorry if I had a curse on you.
We could fucking curse here.
Okay.
but kudo.
Oh, we can't curse here. No, we can't curse here. Beep.
Right, we're on TV
we gonna
now.
Talk about that. I saw some other programming that was some nasty cursing. We'll talk about later. But
oh my God.
But very powerful. Like I think that moment you even changed my perception. Not like I was
in
like,
what way?
It was just amazing. Like I know you was a dancer. I've seen you perform, but like you produced this album. Your introduction, like this is us now, this next venture, and you came out throwing the fist. Like it was really powerful. It was, and then you have the other song "Beat Your Face" on there, which Apple and Cruz.
It was filmed in my apartment. It was filmed.
I had to put Apple.
I want to appear in another video.
Yes, I will definitely have you. Definitely have you.
It was recorded in my living room.
I had to put
and that's
Apple.
great because why'd you pick Apple?
Because first of all, let me just say this. Apple has done a lot for the Bronx. Let's just put that right there. Forget about the stigmas. Forget about what people may say of Apollonia Cruz, whether they are or they're not. Who cares? But she has done a lot for the Bronx, and I feel
whether
like
they like it or not.
I had to put her. You know what I'm saying? And she put me on, so I had to pay that back for someone who's a drag queen in the community. So when I asked her, I was very nervous because I was like, she's probably going to charge me an arm and a leg. I don't know if she's going to do that. But I'm going to ask. And we had a long conversation. And she was like, yeah, whatever you want. Let's do it. And that's how it happened.
And I went to the store. I bought mirrors. I set up like a fake beauty salon.
It was
fun.
It was cute.
It was so incredibly smart on your part to think of that because you're from the Bronx. We know Apollonia really is a face of the Bronx for the community here, and to come out as an LGBT artist, is that what we'll say, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come out and to incorporate the community that has been there for you and bring them in, like that is so important. And never lose that as you go forward. Never lose that. And I think to have Apollonia as a face, darling.
Oh my God. Anybody got a Viagra around here? The microphone stand falling.
What else I love about that video is that you emphasize the peers. You and the peers.
I had to, because
anybody. Beautiful. That's so smart.
Anybody who knows about that is, people who are before my time. Yes. They know how important the peers are. So I had
I
to
know.
build
Piers
that.
are legendary.
Especially when I lived in South
it's
Beach and I used
so
to visit New York
history.
City in the
You know, like
winter.
Paris is
History.
burning and
Yes.
the voguing scene. I wanted to pay tribute. I know, like now with gentrification, things are changing with the piers and all
Now
that.
they're lying and stuff because it's saying it's in Christopher Street. It's not Christopher Street. It's
It ain't.
Astoria.
It's gentrified.
But you know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Really?
say nothing.
Listen, I need to give some special shout outs to
Okay,
New York
let's do that.
City. To he's one of he works for the community. He's also one of my sponsors, Fabio Saldo and Hector Cotza. I also want to give Kenny Supreme. We're using his song as our theme song.
Mr.
It's
Supreme.
so
Kenny
Get your ass
amazing.
on this show, Kenny Supreme.
So amazing.
And I want to give a special shout out to Reinaldo. He lives up the block. He saw me walking down the block with a luggage. I said, next time, do arroz con gandules. I'm going to go to your house and eat, get dressed, and just walk here all
And
down.
Thanksgiving's coming, honey.
Yes, it
I'm
is,
ready
bitch.
to stuff my face.
With
Yes.
what, darling?
Food. Food.
What's your-
Okay.
Stuff my,
Food.
stuff my face and ass.
Food.
Yes. Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I want to speak about Jessie Vega. One of his first battles was when he was lip syncing to women's song at the clubs and at my events that the girls couldn't take it. Remember what you was telling me?
Yes,
They couldn't
yeah.
take her. They
Yes.
couldn't take you.
I think it was
Will you
probably.
lip sync it as yourself?
No, yes,
No,
I did.
I think, yeah,
As
it
a
was-
guy
it was a-
doing ladies'
Okay.
songs, and they couldn't take him.
Yeah, so you know, when I was before even doing music, and I started to do like in the covers or whatever the case may be, I remember a show that I did back in like 2011, and even after. There was this show. I don't know if anybody knows, but there was this show called Esco's Got Talent. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Escalitas?
Yeah, with
Oh
Princess
my
Janae.
God,
Hello.
Yes, I
Okay.
remember that.
My neighbor in
I
the
was on
Bronx.
there myself. That's my auntie.
I
Yes.
actually
Hi, Princess Janae.
performed on Esco's
Well,
Got
she's
Talent.
in heaven right now.
Yes.
We love Princess Janae.
Princess Janae.
And I actually competed on that show as myself
Okay.
with a bunch of drag queens. And
That means it'll be on YouTube.
actually, it's not. I try to look.
It's not?
Yeah, it's not. But I actually won out of all of them $100.
They couldn't take you
Yeah,
because
it was
even at
fun.
my
And even
events,
Apollonia have seen
even
it.
at my events, drag queens will come up to me and say, "Apple, why do you have this guy lip syncing to a girl's song in boy clothes?" I'm like, because can't you see what he's doing? This is like something new that's
Yeah.
never been seen.
And I kind
Yeah.
of understand why they feel some type of way. Like, I get it. I so totally get it. You know, I respect every type of art. And, you know, the drag queens work hard to do what they have to do. But, like Apple said, art is, it's like, there's like no expiration. It's just, you can do whatever you can. But, I mean, I will tell you, a lot of the drag queens just didn't see it. They didn't see it.
They couldn't.
Art
they,
is
they
art.
couldn't
and
take
it
you. They
It
couldn't
depends
take
on how
it.
you deliver it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing with art.
To
Yeah,
add
that's
to
true.
that,
It's like with art, you can sit there and just see it. Like you can like just like when I perform or whatever, you can see if I mean it or not. Just like if you used to perform, you see you mean it or not. Art is very much when you mean it and it's a passion. That's what art is.
Amen.
If it's not a
sister.
passion, it's not art.
People gonna see it. They're gonna see
like in the face. Look
Right.
at this. They see the art. But to add to that, I just want to say that along with, the girls being upset.
Oh, they couldn't.
I want to.
They couldn't take Miss Jessie.
They
They couldn't
I
take.
just want to say that to you, like, you know what? And we're longtime friends. We're colleagues. We're all, friend. Art. You know, I've
We
seen,
went to theater play
I've
together,
Seen,
us three.
We do.
talk about
I've
that.
seen like your career progress, but your whole persona has been upsetting people, and I'm not making it up. And so I want to talk about even on your second album, Who
gotta
I
get
Am.
real. Yeah.
Who I Am, and you have a song, Keep Watching Me.
Yes.
And let me tell you, 'cause
Come
we run
on,
in circles,
haters.
Let's
when
talk
we come
about
in
it.
circles, I couldn't stop hearing about this. I'm like, what is the problem?
Yeah.
So many people thought that was about them.
Yeah.
And they were like took it so personal. And maybe it was. And again, a very smart business decision on your part as an artist, creatively, to do this. Because it was like, the buzz was created. And some of the words in there were, see me at that show, like you ain't never seen nothing like this. I can play nice, but don't take me for a fool.
Right.
So what I want to know is, was that song written from a personal, like a inspiration, or was it just writing it?
It came from a personal experience, like running around in circles, especially in the community, especially in shows. There's always going to be the naysayers and competition amongst a lot of people. And I just learned, smile, be humble, and
Your
just
pearly whites, bitch.
keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So I got kind of like at a point in my life where I was like, you know what? There's always like envidia, like they say, a lot of jealousy, a lot of talking, and I said, you know, I want to write a song about, you know, at the end of the day, they can say whatever they want, but they gotta keep watching me. You know, because at the end of the day, they're gonna still talk, they're gonna still watch, they're gonna still talk a lot of crap, but that's gonna make you stronger. It's either make it or break it, you know. And in this community, you have to have tough skin, and that's why you see a lot of successful artists that they're very strong in what they're about and their personality. You never see them breaking. So I had to make a song like that in order for me to just say, look, this is the stamp of like, at the end of the day, you can talk whatever you want to talk, but this is what I'm about. And yeah, you know what? I run around in a lot of circles with a lot of artists, but at the end of the day, you know, there's only one Jessie Vaga, one J-Ho, and at the end of the day, they're gonna see me no matter what. So they're gonna learn from me.
I love it.
Amen.
I love it.
I want to give another shout out to They've been writing a whole bunch of stuff. I can't see. I'm blind as a bat.
What are they writing?
And Kenny Supreme has been writing. I can't see. I'm blind as a bat.
Oh my God! Get those
It's the
goggles,
lashes.
honey.
It's the last.
It's the We love this outfit.
Thank you. You know, I decided to wear something simple and subtle.
I love it.
Honey, you need to baptize these titties. Touch them.
Okay.
Go ahead. Now it's your turn.
Why does it sound like somebody's
Miss Kelly's
coughing right now?
She's wearing titties
Come on,
too.
honey.
Wait a minute. We're not going to talk about marriage.
What are the comments saying?
We kind of went through it, but while Apple's looking at comments,
Okay.
Can you just tell people what the song "Set Us Through" is about? Because your first,
Yes.
Spanglish or Spanish?
I would say
song,
Spanglish, but it's Latin pop,
you
yeah.
know? And can you tell us what that song's about? Because it's a love song. I don't speak Spanish primarily, so I don't really know what songs. Like,
I don't.
Lies.
But I know you're in a long-term relationship with your
Yes,
man.
yes.
He's lovely. What's his name?
Alex.
Alex, we love you.
Oh my God.
And
They
was
make
it-
the cutest couple.
Apple's seen them.
They're the same height. It's like a little.
Yes.
It's like a little like a Happy Meal. It's so cute.
The munchies.
Not a Happy Meal.
like 2 McNuggets. You just want to
Why
eat
you trying to
them.
sit there? That's terrible.
I
Oh
love
my
it, I love
God.
it.
No, but your question.
But was this song
That's
about your
terrible.
love? Was this song about your love with him or just in general?
It was actually about him.
Oh,
It was actually about him.
Alex. I love that name too, Alex.
Relationships are
You just
not
love
easy.
everything. You love monogamy too?
Ooh.
When it calls
Right,
for
he
it.
is singing too, so
No,
we got to get up deep down in there right
No,
there. right?
I do. I do love monogamy. I do.
Jesse,
Yes, Dave.
I want to announce this publicly right now. You know I fought for marriage equality.
Yes.
Down.
If you decide to get married to that beautiful man, please, I want
will
to host your
definitely-
wedding.
I will definitely call
because
you.
I fought for marriage equality.
She tells me all the time I love it.
And you know,
Down.
I fought for it. So you get married, I won't even charge you. Just pay for my materials, for my clothes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
knew it was
The song,
coming.
yeah, the song is actually
You
about
knew
him.
it was coming.
It's actually about him, and I wanted to pay tribute to that. And I want to say,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
we've been together for 10 years, and you know,
10?
You know how much is that in dog
Wow.
years?
What, how much is it, Apple?
Producer, how many years is that in dog years?
That's like 25.
Yes, 10 years. So, and still going strong. And here's the advice: if you have to ask this question, like, what is the secret? There is no secret, but I will
Down.
say this: communication.
Yes.
Communication
I agree. I agree. We love.
I feel like that's why, especially in the gay community, they don't have a lot of successful relationships because they always thinking about me, and they're not listening.
Yes, and then they end up having open relationships. That's the only way their relationship lasts.
Hold up now. We can't talk
Well,
about
I mean,
relationships. Hold up.
Kelly,
Okay.
I want to hear Kelly's story because we
Because-
haven't heard her speak today.
Well, we might have to wait until we come right back
No,
because
but
this
we
is
had
this
earlier.
is going
This
to be
is
a
just
lot.
Vegas moment.
I mean,
so talk
like-
about what's Sarah's 2 about.
Okay, well, Sarah Sue is basically saying, you know, everything's gonna be for you no matter what. It's all about me and you against the world. Thank you for everything. You've been there for me, and
Down.
I love you. It will always be you. And that's why there was an English version called For You.
Yeah, no, beautiful.
That's
So that's why I
beautiful.
wanted to tap into the Latin community, and I was really scared to even do Spanish because I never sang in Spanish, and I had to ask my producer who did my song "Let Me" on my Who I Am album, and I said, "Can you write
Okay.
this?" And he said, "Yeah, let's write it," and now it's dominating the
Producer,
charts. And
what
for
we
those
got?
who've been
Yeah,
saying, you
amazing,
know,
amazing.
for those who've been trying to bring me down, and you know, there's always gonna be those haters.
Listen,
you know.
you have to let it rub off like Teflon, like Jessica Fox, the Queen of Clubs,
Like
told me
Teflon.
when I did my transition from South Beach,
Not
Miami
taffy.
to New York in 2000. She goes, they're gonna hate you either way because you're Eddie Cruz's sister, and you're gonna hit
Period.
it big. So let it rub off like Teflon. So I'm telling you that. Let it rub off like Teflon. Believe in your talent, and that doesn't matter what anybody thinks. As long as you believe in yourself, Jesse, you got my blessings.
Down.
we have a shout out.
We got a shout out.
Ricky Velez says hello.
Hello, Ricky.
And he said we need Kenny Supreme on the show. Producer, we need to fill
We
it.
need to get her
Miss
in.
Kenny Supreme on the show because we're using her song.
Yeah,
honey.
She's coming.
She's coming.
I just have
We're
a
working
question.
on it. We are working
The
on
time goes
it.
so fast here. We're not. We have still time, but
We have time, yeah.
I have another question to get in. You know, just to go on to like we talk about. You know, people don't see you for you are, but you just you know writing like watch me. And I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You know. You have a lot of fans out there, and you know, again, we work in circles. And I think all of us at this table, we share the thought that, like, you know what, gosh, this person, like, he's fearless, and I'm sure you have fears, but you fight them very well.
Yeah.
No, you fight them well, and you're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. And so, like, for the people out there who still want to say, you know, have the idea, oh, he's not a singer. Oh,
All the time.
No, you get, you know, he's not a singer. You know what? His songs are not this. He's not elevating.
Yeah.
You know, he's dancing on the skirt tails of Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah,
you know,
obviously.
How do you interpret that, and how do you answer that, and how do you move forward through that?
That's a hell of a question.
I just move forward because at the end of the day, the artists that we live up to and look up to are not doing anything different than the people who are doing it now, who are trying to get up there, you know. And to answer the question, like even people who say, oh, you know, he's not a singer, he's not a vocalist, whatever. But at the end of the day, our artists that we watch, you know, they use, you know, pitch correction and Melodyne and all that. And we're still streaming their music without none of that conversation ever happening. So if it's okay for A-list artists, why is it a problem if I use pitch correction or Melodyne? You know, we're not all vocally correct. And as a dancer, you know, I always get people to say, you know, he's not a trained dancer, you know, he's on the coattails of Jennifer Lopez, but just like Jennifer Lopez, she had to work her ass off and do what she had to do because that's what's gonna make you stronger, you know. And at the end of the day, when they finally get to see that person succeeding, they're quick to be like a groupie, you know. And there's been a couple of those, but you know what? I just smile like.
Your pearly whites.
There's that quote that says, you know what, people think you weird till you're popular.
Yeah.
You know? So that's it. Apple, do you want to go back to the question, the topic we had earlier where we skimmed over about, you know, preferences online? Are we going to move something else?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that.
Our producer.
I think we gotta wait until we come right back from the commercial break.
He's telling us to wrap it up.
Oh.
So we have 10 minutes, don't we?
Oh, we're gonna go commercial. Okay.
See, I knew what
So
it
we gotta
was.
answer that question. That's a good question. That's a good
Well,
question.
I need to relearn my sign languages up in here because this means wrap it up.
I think it meant very much.
Now
We got a
this
commercial
means
break coming up.
3 minutes commercial.
But Auntie, we want to wrap it up when we get intimate, right?
Yeah. Oh yes, honey.
Everybody wrap it up. If I know what the hell they're talking about, just make sure you wrap it up. But before we go, we got more show when we come right back with Jessie Vaga. We got Apollonia Cruz and Frankie all day. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Charles Alomar, and I want to thank you for watching the LDM Network. For more information on this show or any other show, please go to www.ldmnetwork.net. Again, that's www.ldmnetwork.net. And now, let's get back to our show.
Open. So, my co-host and our special guest, they wanted to go back to that question I had earlier about sexual roles and preferences. Miss Kelly, what's going on, girl?
Hey.
What are your preferences?
What are my preferences? I can't.
What turns you on? Someone breathing?
Have a job.
Someone with a pulse?
A breathing person.
What turns me on? I really can't answer this question because I'm married.
That's the easiest question
But I will
ever.
answer it just to, just
Oh,
to
you're still
entertain.
married? I'm
I am
joking.
married. I am married.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
Going
know
on
that.
almost 10 years.
Oh, all right, all right.
You know how
So
much
I
is
know,
that?
I know what you mean.
You know how
By
much is that in dog
communications
years?
and
I always say
everything.
that.
That's the marriage people. What
Yes,
happened to us?
that's
Yeah.
the marriage
Yes.
group.
Yes.
Ah, go ahead.
Yes.
Congratulations. God bless. Yeah.
Thank you.
Have I met him yet? I don't know.
Yes, you have.
Well, okay, I don't remember.
Yes, you have.
Hello,
Well, I guess
Kelly
the
Cope's
question.
husband.
I guess the
But
question.
to the
Kelly, was
question,
preferences.
I can't answer that. My preferences is very much like when you with somebody. So you want to with somebody or just like if you just meet them?
No, like if you're gonna start a relationship with someone, even a booty call, you have your preferences.
Well, for me, it's always just verse.
Okay,
And that's because the
amen
fact
to
that,
that.
and that's because the fact is that what you see right here, please don't feel no type of way.
Because she's a cute boy underneath all that.
Down.
Absolutely.
Outside of this, I'm a hood.
Absolutely.
I'm a hood booger, and that is that. That's what I'm
Yes.
going to say.
Okay.
But you know, I feel us as men or whatever your preference is, whatever. It's just like you're gonna want to make sure that you're pleased, just like you're pleasing your partner. So it's like I'm greedy. That's the definition for verse. They're greedy.
Nympho.
But me
Okay.
is very much just like, you know, if I got to do this to please you, to make sure you get your rocks off, then I'm going to do that to make sure you
Amen,
get your rocks
sister.
off.
Amen.
But if you got to do this to make sure I get my rocks off,
Exactly.
you better
It's not
make
all
sure that
about
you
you,
do what
it's
you got to
about
do.
us.
I get my rocks
Right.
off. So that's why I always say verse is the best, because it's like, it's not greedy. It's just making sure it's like it's even. It's equal. You're taking care of you, and I'm taking care. I'm taking care of you, and you're taking
Agreed.
care of me.
What about
That's
what
all
about
I'm-
you,
that's
Frankie?
all I can say.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the initial question.
Besides
was,
being a power bottom.
We love a power
Oh.
bottom.
No,
Ooh.
well, to go off
With the
I
dog
mean,
mask,
the initial
too.
question was, you know, why do people get so disrupted and disturbed that people have preferences in the first place? So to answer that,
Oh boy.
people are allowed to have them.
Down.
So stop getting on your soapboxes and making, you know, your 15 minutes of fame because, oh my gosh, somebody doesn't want someone who looks like this or sounds like this or acts or has brown hair. They are allowed to do that. Like, they're allowed to do this. Like, when we talk about
Trust.
we talk about equality, that's equality. It's equal. What I like, you don't like, etc. But, you know, to move, you know, quickly to, you know, off of what Kelly said.
Kelly.
No. of
He's
course.
about to say the other name.
No. What Kelly
Jasmine.
what Kelly said, you know what? You know, I'll say this. You know what? Verse is a great place because when you're verse, you know, I feel like, you know what? People are open to exploring.
Yeah.
They're open to pleasing that person. When you just put in the pigeonhole in the box of top and bottom, oh, I will never do that because I gotta live up to this. You know, I will never do that because I gotta be this. No. If we're in a committed relationship, like if we're having like, you know, fly by night, you know, like romances, fine, we'll have those defined roles, which is, and even in a committed relationship, defined roles fine if you want that. But I think like we're lovers, we're married 10 years, let's enjoy
Satisfy each other.
Yeah, and pleasure and enjoy each other. So that's
I
how I
think
feel
it's.
about
I
it.
What are
feel
your
it
thoughts?
stops the whole point of
Yes.
the whole thing of cheating.
Exactly.
Because if, you know, when you cheat, you're cheating because somebody's not doing
Because
something.
Exactly.
You're not
And
getting
you're not,
pleased.
you're not
Exactly.
receiving what you want.
That's why I've
it's
been
very
single
much-
for
it
30
stops
years.
the whole thing. It
Emotionally
really does.
and
That's how I
physically.
feel.
It's not just physically, but emotionally too.
That happens a lot because if the other person's not satisfying the needs that you want, then there's always a lack of communication.
Yeah.
Because it's always, well, this is what I want, and I don't want to please you in that way because I want to be pleased in this way, and there's never a fine line of an agreement, so that's why people tend to cheat.
Down.
But in terms of preferences, you know, listen, I love anything that walks and talks, you know, moves, wiggles and jiggles, all that great stuff.
I get that too.
But I will say,
Of the male persuasion for me, just the male persuasion.
I will say, like, when they another thing when they say like bottom shaming, you know, like there's always that thing like, oh, if you're a bottom, then I don't want you and whatever. When I was single, I got a lot of like pigeonholing me, you know. And I was like, you know, why is it a problem if you like to get plowed fiercely? You know
The
what I'm
best
saying?
tops start at the
Cloud.
bottom.
Right. So
Trust me, I know.
say this, if you are
And
a
Jesse
top,
has a cute little tush right
I
back
do.
there.
If you are a bottom and you do like to get
Yes.
plowed
So does
fiercely,
Frankie.
There's nothing wrong with
there's
it.
nothing wrong with it. Just do it. That's one thing that bothers is the bottom shaming. You know what I'm saying? Like they always want to pigeonhole and make fun of it.
And that probably will come
and
into our
this-
community because, you know,
But-
you know how to be masculine and feminine.
But
type
then there's
thing.
the tops that act top and they're the ones
I'm
bottoming
sorry.
more.
I gotta
Yes.
beg to differ. I'm gonna actually disagree with you a little bit for that. With the button with what Jesse,
Jesse,
said, that
okay.
the bottom shaming. It comes with a very much that the person has their own insecurities of it.
Okay.
Because the facts they can't accept the facts that they like being plowed. So if you like me, I really hate. I
Honey,
hate the fact that I gotta
it's not
say it
plowed,
like that.
it's pounded.
Pounded
And it's
For the
really,
gods.
it's really nothing wrong with it. But then it comes behind the whole thing because I'm like I said before, I'm a hood booger. So how I was brought up is very much just like you sit there, like you sit there and tell somebody very much, oh, I like being plowed. They're looking at you like what the. I can't cuss, but you know they're looking at you like, well, what the f?
Yeah.
So it's very much. It comes with that, and then it comes with. It really is based off of because if society says it's not okay, I'm not going to sit there and tell everybody what I'm doing. Even though this is what I like to do, but I'm not going to tell everybody what I'm doing because the fact that society says it's not okay. So it's based off of what society is saying.
Yeah.
Society says it's not okay to get plowed every goddamn night.
Right.
Society says it's not okay to want to suck a sausage here and there. But if that's what you like to do, that's what you like to do. It should be nobody's business. It shouldn't even matter. As long as y'all two are happy and you got the communication and you're moving forward and that you're keeping each other in that good old bliss, that's all it should be about.
Amen. Miss Kelly, when I was growing up and walking the party, I had sex with a transgender female. I had sex with a
Me
female.
neither. I didn't.
had sex
I want
with a
to.
male. I had sex.
How is
I
that?
want to experience that.
It was cute, but then I was like, it's not for me.
You mean a trans man,
Gen-
or trans woman?
Like
yes,
FTM
a trans,
or
MTF? Yes.
Okay.
Pro op.
Female to male?
Yes.
Female to, that's
Pre-op.
interesting.
Pre-op.
But
I
I tried it
I
out when I
know,
was in
me
my
too. I
20s.
do.
And then I said, but once I had sex with a boppy, chulo, masculine,
Oh,
big ass
come
butt, I
on.
was like, this is me.
And you
Well,
felt
it was
empowered.
weird.
But there's nothing wrong with that. That's your
Trial and error.
preference.
Amen.
That's your preference.
I
There's
got,
nothing wrong
I
with
got a
that.
question for the panel from the
Okay.
from the straight people.
That's all of us.
Bring it.
Right?
It was something that Jesse was saying
I was
about
half-
the
I was
communication and
half
stuff like
straight.
that. What happens when you have the guy and guy that's that's a couple? Remember, there's still male ego, no matter if he feels like he's a female.
Amen.
How does that play a part when you have two guys and the male ego kicks in?
Well, I
Well, you're our
think.
guest. Go ahead.
Okay, so if
Yeah.
there's the male ego, you know what I say about that? Like when we were talking about like tops and bottoms, feminine, aggressive. Like me and my partner. Everybody have seen them. He's very pretty boy, pretty looking. So, but even though he's pretty, he has a nasty attitude, and he's very quick with his mouth.
Okay, his face is
He's
beautiful.
very like that. So I guess that is one quality of his aggressive trait, but I also have my aggressive trait too, and I don't like something I'm very quick with it. So I think that's the balance with it. Sometimes some people just don't like it when there's too dominant, people.
You clash a lot? You clash?
We can definitely clash, but I think
I
for
see
me,
it.
I need that kind of stability.
To
because
keep
if-
you balanced.
Because I'm a loose goose.
Either.
So if not,
You're artist.
yeah,
You're
like
artist.
I'm very like, not saying promiscuous, but like if I see like somebody cute,
You go,
whatever,
"Ooh."
I'm like, oh, right. And he's very like, if someone flirts with him, he's more like, get on my face, like he doesn't have time for that. So yeah,
Poker face. Even though he like dead crazy over the guy, but he's like poker face.
Yes, come on, Lady Gaga.
So it's very, we have our aggressive traits, but again, it can't be too. Oh, I gotta have more control. You can't have control because if that's the case, then it might as well be a one night stand because we're never gonna move forward.
Listen,
Yeah.
We have Albert Crocus Peña. He goes, I don't cheat. I'm sorry, Albert. Albert's single. Go ahead.
But you didn't answer preferences, Frankie.
Well, no, I answer preferences.
You did?
My quick question, because time is running short, but I just want to answer Kelly, about the roles, and I agree with everything you're saying, but I still want to just make a point that, like, on social media, there are a lot of memes often, and they do bottom shame. We have, oh, you're going to eat like a cracker at Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Oh, this is how it's a frosted donut with all the milk pulling off. That's a bottom.
But you know where that's from?
That's hot.
That's like it goes back to what I was saying. It's literally from society.
No, I agree. But I'm saying, but like it's just in your face. So people who are not at the point where maybe we have progressed to, the younger people, they're looking at that and they're feeling ashamed of that.
It makes them feel
you know?
away.
But as far as like we move towards like two males in a relationship. Me personally, in my relationships over the years, it's been a challenge because you have two guys and it's like that energy is like similar, and like so I can't speak for the person I was with.
Physically or mentally?
Well, energy-wise.
Oh,
I don't
energy,
know,
okay.
But it's just like, energy-wise. So it's just like, two males, it's a different dynamic, for me at least, And so So a lot of times I found myself falling short. I have to compete with what he's doing to feel equalness. Maybe that's something another subject, but it's just for me, two males.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. We're just speaking about like the.
But isn't that the same like
but
heterosexuals with
equalness.
women who are aggressive women with a feminine man?
But no, I think it balances. I don't know. I feel like the men want the domination. I don't know.
Frankie,
I can't speak. I'm not a woman.
I want to add that that Ricky Velez is reading you for filth.
Oh, girl. Ricky Vili.
Yeah.
Ricky Valencia.
I can't see what he wrote, but it
like,
sounded like a read.
What
Hold
you're
on,
saying
hold on,
right there with the aggressive female.
Frank is
and-
cheating. He doesn't say his
I'm cheating on
preferences.
myself. Go ahead, Kelly. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
No, it was nothing. It was nothing. Go ahead. It
Go
was
ahead,
nothing.
Kelly.
Okay. It's my time.
It's her time now.
Yes,
okay.
you
said
Oh
about-
my
No,
God.
but to piggyback on what you were saying, that's like saying very much like for trans women, very much like it's just like saying, I'm probably gonna say it wrong too, but it's like saying like, very much like you want to be a female, so why is it that you want to be the dominant one?
Okay.
When you want to be a female, you're supposed to play your part. If you get what I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
falls into that place, but. At the end of the day,
But we came
what
so
you do in your
far.
bed is what you do in your bed.
Period.
Who the hell
Amen,
cares
amen.
about what happens?
Right.
As long as you
Amen.
can treat people right outside of work, that is work. So
Yeah.
as long as you can treat people right outside of it, like it shouldn't matter what you do in your bed or what you do in your house.
Amen.
It shouldn't matter no matter what.
Keep it private.
As long as you
It
keep people
shouldn't.
respectfully.
Let's give our closing thought right now.
Okay.
Because we need to
Sure.
go.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Frankie.
Oh. well,
On the spot.
My closing thought, right now is like, Jessie, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me out in the open.
Thank you for sharing, the beautiful progression of your story, your
Thank you.
perseverance through it, the struggles and the challenges you still come up against. Congratulations on your wins.
Thank you.
Congratulations on
Yes.
set us
Yes,
through. It's on
congratulations.
top of the LDM network.
Vote.
Still vote. Go to the website. But thank you for being here. It's been a
Thank
beautiful
you,
interview.
Frankie.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love
Kelly
you.
Kaboom, your
Kelly
closing thought.
Kaboom.
Oh, my closing thoughts? Well,
Yes.
very much. Thank you for coming and letting us explore your mind and knowing who you are as a person.
Thank you.
Frankie, love you down. Apollonia, love you down. Come see
Welcome
me at
back.
Identity
So
on Friday.
Identity.
before I say my closing thought, 1, 2, 3, happy birthday. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelly. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
My closing thought is if you guys out there want to hire out in the open to be at your LGBTQ plus establishment, inbox me and we go over there and we'll host it for a cute little fee. How you doing?
Okay.
But,
See you next week.
Love you.
again, Kelly.
All love
you
all
know,
day.
Love
Thank
you out in the open.
That,
Until
that,
next
that
time.
happy birthday don't
Okay, wait. Oh, the
Yeah,
producer's
that's
gonna put something else. Go ahead, producer.
No,
Go ahead,
we
producer.
got to end it like this.
Birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes, happy birthday, Miss Kelly.
It's been like deja vu. This ain't feeling right. Cause it's been like deja vu. Feeling like it's been like deja vu. Know what to do. Should I let go of you? Deja vu. Don't wanna repeat of your love. I've had enough. Don't wanna repeat. You better prove to me tonight. Cause it's feeling like deja vu.